y'all, it's Shannon from Creative Chaos in Tennessee, and today is another Shake It, Scrap It, Create It challenge. This week's prompts are bling or enamel dots, the color indigo, and punches. So this one was a bit of a challenge since I am having to... Well, I'm not having to, but I am using the Simple Stories Simple Vintage Life in Bloom collection. And it's very bright colors. This is also going to be May I Scraplift You. Today's featured creator is... I lost my list. Amber Prince. And she goes by Dragonfly D on Instagram. I don't think she has a YouTube, but I will post her link below. And so I will pop up her layout that I am scrap lifting. I absolutely love this layout. All the pretty colors, you know, it's my colors. I love those colors. I love how she kind of layered things up, and I'm not going to scrap lift this 100% to the T, because I am limited on paper. I'm running out. And I still have quite a few days to go in the month to try to stretch this collection. But I did find some cute stuff. So I am using for my base paper, since I don't have 12 by 12, I am using this Impressionist Floral collection from Hobby Lobby. And I am using this punch. This border punch. I punched out my paper with it. I've actually, I think only used this maybe twice. This is the only border punch I have left because my favorite scalloped edge one broke. But I think I picked this one up at a yard sale for like $1 or something. So I thought that was a good deal. And like I said, I'm just using my background paper out of this. And I just have a bunch of ephemera. I cut my paper. I'm going to use 2 strips. I was using a whole sheet, and then after I laid everything out, I realized I'm not even going to be seeing the middle, so save that paper. So I'm going to use some strips. I have some tags from the 12 by 12 papers that I was able to pick up that I'm going to use. I have some strips of just some purple cardstock I had, and I used the punch on it. And then I have all this ephemera from the sticker pack that I backed onto, put on white cardstock and fussy cut. And then I have some swap items. So I have this that came in a swap. And this is from Hobby Lobby out of a sticker pack. And then I have both of these from swaps. And I don't know who made either one because neither one of them signed. I really want to say this one was Carolyn Weston, but I could be wrong. It could have been from... I don't know. I don't know who made this, but if you made it, thank you. I love it. I'm going to use it, and I also love this. It's so very detailed. I don't know if you can tell, but excuse me. And I already cut out my title on the Cricut, and it says Hunka Hunka Burning Love, but my Cricut kind of butchered it a little bit, so we might have to do a little bit of repairs on that. This is pictures of me with the king, Elvis himself. This was in Pigeon Forge back in the fall whenever I went to that scrapbook, Smoky Mountain Scrapbook Expo thing that was going on. There is a new, if you're ever in that area, there's a new selfie park, and it's free. And they have all kinds of different things set up you can take pictures with. They have a Bigfoot, and they have bears, and of course a Smoky Pigeon Forge mural. But it's free. It's through one of the gift shops. It's behind, it's like a hidden selfie park or something like that. I can't remember quite what it's called. Maybe that is what it's called. But I took these, you know, I just like to have a little bit of fun, so I thought, you know what, I was trying to think of what I could do, how I could use my purples, because this collection does have a lot of purple, and I was wearing a purple shirt, so it goes good. So, we are just going to build some layers. And like I said, I really like how she has hers. Like, she has 3 different layers. But I don't have the paper to do all those layerings. So we're going to fake it till we make it. So pretty much this is what I did. Actually, how does this one go? I think this one's my bottom one. Yeah, this one's my bottom one. And this one's going to go like this. So, to create one layer, maybe I'll line them up like that. Okay. Part of it's going to be hid anyways, so it's really not going to matter. I love, 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 love this paper. It's so pretty. It's so me. I love purples. Okay, so I'm going to glue it down. Maybe I should glue this one onto that one. I don't know what I'm doing, y'all. Surprise, I know. Y'all ain't. But, okay. I'm going to lay this one down, and then I'm going to line this one up to match up with the punch. Okay. So here's our first layer done. And then my plan is I'm going to use the tags to go down the side to just kind of represent maybe another layer. And then I wanted to put this here. It's going to be at the top because it was supposed to be another layer. Let's see. Before I glue all that, I'm going to see where my pictures fall. See what I mean? You wouldn't have saw any of the center of that, so that was a good idea for me to gut it. Okay. I think that is how I'm going to want that because there's still going to be a lot of stuff hid. Okay, so this tag, I'm actually going to cut. I'm telling you, y'all, I've got to save every piece of paper that I can get away with gutting. I'm going to because I just don't have enough paper. I am really, really hoping that Peachy Cheap offers it again on there, because if so, I'm probably going to order 2 of them. But just saying. I really love this collection, and I won't keep on using it on here because y'all are probably already tired of it. But I'm not, because I love it. The colors make me so happy. But I'm just kind of spreading things out a little bit. Let's see, kind of match up how much space they got in between them. And then let's glue this down. Looking at the backs of these, I'm like, no, I can't sacrifice that pretty cut apart card, but I have to have some of the paper. Okay. Let's see, I'll probably glue this one down first. And this is my indigo, if y'all were wondering. I backed my photos in it. And indigo is just like a really deep purpley blue color, and I know that it doesn't show up well on camera. Maybe in the close-ups I can bring it in a little bit better so that you can see it. But I do have some darker like shades of indigo kind of in this paper. That's why I picked it. So it is what it is, y'all. Shake It, Scrap It, Create It was not started to be all about the rules. I just want to say that. But it wasn't meant to be all... I'm going to pull this up and cut it since it's going to be covered. Maybe. but it wasn't meant to be. You have to follow the rules exactly, you know, with the prompts. And I mean, to me, it's just about the challenge and, you know, just getting out of your own head and being creative and using up what you have. So that's my thought process behind it, and I don't want you to feel like you can't play if you can't do everything exact, or you don't have a certain color or whatever. Just do the best you can. Substitute, just be creative. It's just about using up what you got. Okay. I love this guitar. I really, really do. I don't know who made it, but they did a really good job. Okay, so let's do that. They even put the little fibers for the strings. That is awesome. I just wanted to use up a lot of these guitars and things like that. Like, I love my music stuff, but none of my kids actually play the guitar. Blake has one, but he doesn't take the time to try to practice it and learn it or anything. Brooke is my musical child. She plays the alto sax. My brain was like, what are you trying to make me think of? She plays the alto sax in band, and she actually got drum major for the next 2 years. She just got it, so starting next school year, she'll be drum major, so she's super excited about that. And, but she self-taught herself to play the piano, the clarinet, the flute, and the trombone. So she can actually play. These are just some tickets from the sticker pack that I backed that I figured I'm having trouble issues using up these tickets. They don't fit in nowhere. So I thought, you know what? It's Elvis. You know, of course, I am not of the Elvis age. But every time I see Elvis, I think of my grandma. But anyways, Brooke is my musically talented child, and I'm so proud of her. And I can't wait to see her be in drum major. And I am not musically inclined. I like to sing. I don't do it very well. But I do it anyways. And pretty much, I can't read music. But all of my kids were pretty musically inclined. Tyler, Miranda, and Blake all played trombone in school, and Blake decided after middle school band it wasn't for him. He didn't want to do it, so I told him, you know, okay, you don't have to do it if you don't want to. I'm not going to force him to stay in something he doesn't like. He's more of my artistic child. He likes to build. He's planning on going to college for engineering, but he likes to build things and figure out how they work, take stuff apart. And that's okay too. It takes all of us to make the world go round, right? So I'm alright with that. And this is just the sticker. It was a whole thing, and I just cut it apart so I could use it in 2 different places and spread the love pretty much. I'm just going to put that there. And then I'm going to put my title up here. I probably need to actually go ahead and put it on and then put all my flowers, tuck them in, and my bling. So, this says Hunka Hunka Burning Love. But like I said, my Cricut did butcher it a little bit, so we might have to do a little bit of surgery of trying to put it all together. Let's see. Yeah, this looks a little crazy. It's like, how does this thing go? Okay, this is part of the H that it ate up. And you know, if you have this, like crickets are notorious for eating up small things, chewing them up. You could totally, you know, if it cuts the biggest part of it and just has like a piece that ripped off, you could totally take a black pen in, if you cut it in black, and just write in the part that messed up. Okay. I'll definitely have to fix the K on here because it completely ate it off. Alright. I was going to have my title just be Oh Elvis, but then I was like, you know what, if I'm going to add music, because at first I was like, how am I going to do this page? And then I thought, you know what, I need to bring in music, like the music stuff. So then I got into my music drawer and saw what I had, and I was like, okay, this could work. And then I was like, you know what, I don't need it to say Oh Elvis, I need it to be a song. So it wound up being Hunka Hunka Burning Love. But actually, like I said, when I think of Elvis, I think of my grandma. That was like her idol or whatever. And I like Elvis's music, but like, I don't know why everybody thought he looked so great. I know, there, I said it. But I don't think he was that handsome. I don't know. But anyways, you might think different. But I do love his music, and I've watched most of his movies because of my grandma. She liked them on repeat. But probably his favorite song, either Suspicious Minds or In the Ghetto. I like that In the Ghetto song, even though it's sad. And even though I am only 42, I will be 43 this year. I don't know. I feel like I'm an old soul. I like all the old stuff. I mean, I like Elvis, but I like country. So I like Conway and Waylon and Willie and all of those, you know, Loretta. I can get down on some good old time country, because country today is not country. Okay. And this was a love that I already had in my swap bucket that was cut for something. I don't know if I cut this or if I got this in a swap. I want to say it came with some music notes or something, and that's probably why it was in my music drawer, because I just stuffed it in there. So it's now on here. Whoever sent that. Alright, so then all we have left to add is the flowers. And I felt like it was, even though we have so much going on, it was still a little bit naked. So I decided we was going to add some of the flowers to tie all the floral stuff in. And, you know, to represent the Hunka Hunka Burning Love. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this. Leave me a comment and tell me, are you an Elvis fan? If so, what's your favorite song? And tell me, do y'all think he's like the bomb diggity? Like, is he, you know, your dream guy? Did you have a crush on him? Inquiring minds want to know. I just want to know, is it just me? Am I the only one that thinks he doesn't look great? It's funny because my Uncle Gary, well, he's 60-something. So he's probably around, you know, when Elvis was around or whatever. I honestly don't even know. My time is like so whatever. I don't even know when Elvis died. But my grandma, you know, I know she loved Elvis. But my Uncle Gary actually has hair. He always had hair like Elvis. He brushed it the exact same way. Like my whole life. My whole life, he had Elvis hair. I'm trying to think of how I want to do it. I kind of want it to feel like it's flowing like this with the title and all the little things. Okay, let's just do the leaves like that. I'm gonna pop them up. And technically, you're supposed to have bling on here. Technically, I have this guitar that is already blinged out, but I think I will add a few little of these Dollar Tree heart blingies. I'm going to add some glue to my page because these don't stick very well. I've gotten where I have to glue stickers on, I have to glue bling on. It's like, if you're going to make it sticky, if companies are going to make it sticky, they really should make it a good sticky so it actually stays. But, you know, nobody's listening to me. That's just me ranting. Okay. So, do I want to add one here? Maybe here, here. Okay. I like it. I like it. Okay. So, thank you guys for hanging out with me today. Go over and check out Amber's Instagram. I think it's Instagram. And look how cute. Oh, every time. It's right in the way. Look at these guitars though. Can you see them blinging? Look how pretty. Okay. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Go over and check her out. Check out the playlist for everyone else getting scrap lifted each day in May. Let's see if I can zoom in. Look how cute. And I think that's all I need to tell y'all. Oh, no, I don't. Just kidding. This is Shake It, Scrap It, Create It. We need to draw. For a little while, I felt like I was getting better, and I actually remembered to do it. But then I'm like, I've been having to cut it in. If y'all play along, y'all know. You're like, what is this woman doing? Don't she know she's supposed to be shaking? Okay, so this one's for embellishments. And I haven't been, for the past month, I haven't put any prompts back in because we kept getting the same ones. So I'm leaving them out. So it's getting to be a little slim pickings, it looks like. So once we work it down pretty low, I will probably throw them all back in. But I just wanted to try to pull out some new prompts. Okay, pattern paper. I'm pretty sure we've had that one before. Techniques and tools. This one's really slim pickings on what we're going to be doing. Alright, let's see here. Scissors. So you have to use scissors. You can be a literal scissor die cut, or you can just use your scissors to do a technique, or use your scissors to edge distress, or use your scissors and cut some stuff out. Fussy cut. Shapes, colors, and numbers. This one's still pretty full because we got a lot of shapes, numbers, and colors to pick from. At least we ain't going to be getting indigo. Alright, let's see what we got. 7. The number 7. So you just have to work in 7 things. The number 7. The number 7 could be in your title. You could do 7 pieces of bling, 7 flowers, 7 photos, whatever. Just you figure out what you want to do with the number 7. So, 7 pattern paper and scissors is your prompts for this week. So, thank you guys for playing along. If you want to be featured on here and have your layout shine, you need to send me a picture either to the email below or to my Facebook Messenger by Friday to be included. And so with that, I hope you guys have a great day. And until next time, bye y'all.